Today sees a battle between the top and bottom of the Bostik Premier Division as we see Harlow Town take on Folkestone Invicta. Welcome to Matchday 27. Harlow had a vital win 2 weeks ago against Worthing in the battle at the bottom of the Bostik Premier Division, but Worthing's recent form continues to put pressure on them, but these guys behind me will have something to say about today's game. So a fascinating game at the top and bottom of the Bostik Premier Division table between Harlow Town and Folkestone Invicta, and it's Folkestone that are in the playoff positions after that early season form that saw them rise up the table. Not so great of late. They've only got 2 wins in their last 5, which includes 3 defeats. As for Harlow Town, they'll be looking to continue the momentum that's seen them go off the foot of the table. They are now 1 point clear of bottom place Worthing, much thanks to that victory 2 weeks ago when they won here 3-2 against their relegation rivals. They'll be looking to Ibrahim Sonko, their skipper. Premier League experience for him, and of course Alex Reid, who has 9 goals so far this season. For Folkestone Invicta, they have a talisman of their own. Adam Youssef has scored 13 in the league so far this year, and they'll be needing him if they're going to get back to their early season form. Early pressure here from the visitors, maybe an opportunity to get this ball into the Harlow box. In it comes now, it's going to come down eventually to O'Mara on his left foot. O'Mara blocked by Sonko, and Harlow will eventually get the ball away. First opportunity for the visitors this afternoon. Another long throw into that Harlow box, and another opportunity, this time hit by Hassler. Claims for handball, turns. It was Youssef who managed to get the shot away in the end. And there are a few claims there from the Folkestone players for handball. Just comes in and hits Sonko. Doesn't look like it hit him on the arm there. His arms were up. The referee in a great position. Again, it's more pressure from the visitors, and Harlow just managing to get that ball away. They'll be looking to really impose themselves on this game, and they might get an opportunity now, and it's going to fall to Ajaya. He's gone through. What can Ajaya do? Onto his right foot, into the box. Ajaya just goes wide. First opportunity for the home side this afternoon, and it fell to Toby Ajaya. Right foot in the box, whisker wide of that far post. And there seems to be a problem here with the linesman. The game has stopped, and everybody's looking towards the referee to see what he's going to do. The linesman is injured and can't continue, and I think the referee has found somebody in the crowd, I'm sure fully qualified, and an afternoon that he wasn't expecting. Strange goings on in non-league football. Nevertheless, the game is underway again. A long kick downfield, and Harlow will regain possession and again look to really get into this Folkestone defence. They've had a good run of late. Harlow got themselves further away from bottom place Worthing. They might have another opportunity now. Referee just going to blow, and the first action for the new linesman. Another good move from Harlow. They seem to be really coming into the game now. That's a fantastic ball, and it's going to fall to Ajaya. Ajaya back inside. Maybe an opportunity here. It's just managed to be cleared away. Eventually fell to Gordon, who had that chance. More pressure from Harlow. That's easy though. Alex Reid. Hassler looking to get his side back into this game. That's a lovely ball. This could be the first opportunity for the visitors on the break. Comes across, going to be tapped home, and it is the first goal. And it is Adam Youssef who scores it. 14th goal of the season for Youssef. It was a delightful break from the visitors. One ball that really undid the Harlow defence. And it is 1-0 to Folkestone Invicta. It all came from the goal kick. Really good play from Folkestone. And it was just that one ball found the winger. Beautiful ball across, and Adam Youssef, who's done this all season, was there to tap home. Just a little bit of confusion between David Hughes and Ibrahim Asonka there. Maybe one of them could have cleared it. They both left it. Youssef was on hand, and Folkestone Invicta do have the lead this afternoon, 1-0 to the visitors. Harlow have been in good form most of the season at home. It's been their away form that's let them down. And Ajayla goes here through again. What can he do? Ajayla, similar chance to that of a few moments ago. The second time that Ajayla has gone through, and he just couldn't find that bottom corner again. Onto his right foot, a little bit more time this time. Across the goal, whisker away. Two opportunities, identical, falling to Ajayla, and both of them whisker wide of the post. Small looks for the cross. Jared Small goes all the way past the keeper and nearly ended up in an own goal. Callum Davis, the skipper, relieved to see that one go wide for a corner. A little bit of miscommunication between Roberts and Davies there. Free kick in a dangerous position for Harlow. In it comes, headed, and it's going to be really comfortable for Tim Roberts. No pace on the ball from Alex Reed, straight into the hands of Tim Roberts. McCann showing a little bit of trickery on this wing, inside to Hoist, and that was an opportunity for Youssef to shoot, and perhaps Harlow can break now again with Ajayla, who's seen much of the ball during this game. Lovely ball through for Ajayla, keeper comes out, and Tim Roberts had to be alert there. All bouncing around, and eventually Jared Small puts it out of play. Coming forward again, left the right foot this time from Kieran McCann on this left-hand side. Ajayla onto his left foot. Lovely delivery by Ajayla, needs to be dealt with, and it is, but it comes back only as far as Sims. Sims goes for the shot. It's always going high. Ambitious effort from Fabian Sims. Another ball into the box this time. A few claims for a foul. Referee says play on, and play on they will, and they skip through, and this could be an opportunity for Harlow, and again the referee says no foul. It's going to be a throw. A couple of claims for free kicks for the home side there. The first on the edge of the box did look like a trip. They've definitely come into this game, Harlow, and I'll be hoping they're good home form this season, sees them in good stead this afternoon. Maybe an opportunity now to cross with Dadson. Does eventually go into the box. It's long and high, still bouncing around. What can they do? Picked up by Tim Roberts, and just can't get that final touch, the home side. Again, it's come through to Dadson, who's been really involved in the last 10 minutes. Dadson goes across, it's going to go in eventually off a Folkestone Invicta player. It was down to that good work from Dadson on the wing. And Harlow do get themselves back into this game. They've been putting the pressure on in the last 10 minutes. And eventually it does pay off, and it's going to go down as an own goal. Again, Dadson showing his pace and quality on that far side. Put the ball in, and it just flicked off Callum Davis. In fact, it came off Matthew Newman in the end. Right foot of Matthew Newman just steering the ball past Tim Roberts. But you have to say, as unfortunate as it was, it's well deserved for the home side. How they would love to get themselves in the lead before half-time. Corner to Harlow, in it comes, flicked off Sonko, and it goes into the net, and they are in the lead before half-time. Ibrahim Sonko rising the highest. The experience and towering figure of the Premier League player. He's done that a lot in recent weeks. It was a superb delivery onto the head of Sonko, and absolutely nothing those Folkestone Invicta players could do once he rises in the air. Time and time again, the ball ends up in the back of the net. He rose the highest and finished well into that far corner. Really good header from Sonko. And Harlow are 2-1 up. Dadson comes inside. Neat football now from the home side. Reed back on this wing. Reed finds it again. Looking for the little flick through for Dadson. That's a lovely ball. Dadson gets it down on his left foot. Just goes wide. Would have been some goal as well. Dadson combining with Reed. Lovely flick over the top and just couldn't find the finish. Delightful touch from Alex Reed into the path of Dadson. Just his finish letting him down. Plenty for Folkestone Invicta to do to get themselves back into this game. Long ball into the box, headed on, and eventually just going to be flicked back to David Hughes. No problem at all for Hughes in the Harlow goal. Really need to create a few more chances, folks, and they've not been in this game since the first 10 minutes, and they may have an opportunity now. It's with Vincent. What can he do? Vincent cuts it back inside. It's onto the foot of Horst, and keeper manages to come out and stop any danger. Hassler now. He goes long, and again it's going to be claimed by David Hughes. A little bit more possession for Folkestone, but no real danger. That's a really sloppy ball that almost caused them a few problems. They've managed to keep hold of it though and maybe get the ball into this box. They do get it in, and Sonko's there again. Who else to clear for Harlow? And now Harlow can come away. Can they win that battle? They will win it, and perhaps a chance to catch Folkestone on the break. Alex Reed doing ever so well and still got possession. Reed. Dadson did offer, and it was floated in towards Dadson, but Folkestone will this time intercept, and they might come away themselves, and an opportunity perhaps for the away side to attack into the box now with Yusuf. Yusuf onto his right foot. Yusuf shoots, and Hughes again down one end to the other there. Harlow attack, and then Folkestone doing exactly the same. Still plenty of time for things to change in this game, but at the moment you have to say the home side more than comfortable out there. High ball eventually brought down by Tommy Fagg. That's a ball inside to Sims. Sims looks to go over the top. Maybe another opportunity for Harlow to probe into this Folkestone box. Alex Reed again heavily involved, and he will win his side a corner. Reed been really instrumental all season, plenty of goals and superb hold-up play as well. And I'm sure with the likes of Reed and Dadson in the side, every confidence that this Harlow team will get themselves out of trouble, and that's not to mention Sonko's again come forward for this corner. How he'd like to add a second. In comes the corner, goes long towards Baker on the back post, and it's going to flick off of Newman again, and it's going to go in, and it's going to be the third goal for Harlow Town this afternoon. And unbelievably, it's another own goal, and another own goal for Matthew Newman. The corner high towards the back post. James Baker got the touch, and Matthew Newman, really not having a good afternoon, has flicked the ball into his goal again. Baker just off to Newman, and really Newman should have been heading that anywhere else but back towards the goal. Instinctive header from the Folkestone Invicta player, and unfortunately for him and his side, 3-1 to the home side. And again, it's a set piece that's undone this Folkestone defence. Another opportunity to put the ball into the box. It's high. This time it's going to be claimed by Tim Roberts, and Roberts will try and set his team away quickly. They really do need to get themselves back into this game. Not long left for the visitors, and it's been comfortable so far this afternoon for Harlow Town. Need somebody just to put a little bit of energy into this game for Folkestone if they're going to get back into it. Here's Hassler, what can he do? Hassler skips past one player, skips past another. This is a good driving run from Hassler. What can he do? Hassler all the way through. Looks like he was brought down there. Referee says play on. And that was a great run from Hassler. Just looked like he was tripped. And he did just take his legs there, Fag, and referee, I think, a bit of hard justice for Folkestone Invicta. Another corner for Harlow Town, and I'm sure these Folkestone players will be concentrating 100% this time, and it comes towards the back post, and Roberts lets it go, and Sonko will just lift this one back into the box, and they escape it, and eventually Hassler will get the ball away, and now it's going to be perhaps an opportunity here for Folkestone. The keeper comes out, and he brings down to Horst, and David Hughes, you think, could be in a little bit of trouble here because he's come out of his goal, and it looked like to Horst was going to go through. There was a defender there, but Hughes made that decision, and is this a moment that is about to change this game? He did bring down the Folkestone Invicta number 9, and the referee has a big call to make here because Ter Horst was through, and Hughes brought him down well outside of his box. What will the referee decide? He's taken his time, goes to his pocket, and it is a red card for David Hughes, and Harlow Town will have to play the rest of this game with 10 men. He did come a long way out of his goal, David Hughes, and he brought down Johan Ter Horst. And you have to say, the referee did look like he got that decision spot on. And the replays that we saw, Ter Horst would have been through. And the substitution inevitable for the home team. 10 men, but can they hang on to the game, Harlow? And Folkestone come forward again. It's Vincent this time that's driving his team forward. Plays it to Scott Hurd, back to Vincent, goes long into the box. Vincent, Sonko with a head, doesn't quite manage to clear it first time. It's going to fall to a Folkestone player. Is it going to fall to Youssef? Couldn't quite get his shot towards the goal. It's Reed, as always, chasing it down, but good work from Davies, the skipper, and Folkestone have really tried to make the most of this extra man, to no avail on the scoreline so far, but they have had, as you'd expect, a lot more possession since the sending off, and Scott Hurd has certainly been on the ball a bit more. Scott Hurd lays it off to Wright, the substitute, comes all the way across, and this time Sonko is there to clear, but it only comes back in towards Youssef, and I'm sure Sonko is furious there, managed to clear the ball, and it was played back in, and Youssef just hasn't been able to find his range as much as he'd like this afternoon. Taylor lays it out towards Vincent again. Finds its way to Dolan. Lovely chip over towards Youssef. Plenty of time for Youssef to pick his spot here. Youssef made the wrong decision. So much time for the number 10 inside that Harlow box. Plenty of long balls going up towards this Harlow defence. Comes across, it's just going to go wide. And it was Ter Horst this time who had the opportunity. There have been chances for Folkestone Invicta this afternoon. Certainly when they've had the man advantage. Again played into the box, and this will be a real opportunity, and it is going to be a goal, and it's been coming, and it's turned in by Ter Horst. So many balls into that Harlow box in the last 10 minutes, and Ter Horst runs back to the halfway line with the ball, and perhaps a whisker of hope for the visitors. Came in and just managed to tuck it past the substitute keeper. Neat finish from Ter Horst, and the pressure has paid off, but is it too late? Final moments of this game, maybe one last opportunity to throw this ball high towards that Harlow box. It's cleared, and the referee does blow the full-time whistle here, and despite much resilience from Folkestone Invicta, when they had the man advantage. They can't get back into the game. It's been a good display from Harlow Town, and Bottom does this afternoon beat Top. A fine performance, and you have to say they did overall deserve the win. It's finished here. Harlow Town 3, Folkestone Invicta 2.
Thought in the first half, you know, we created 3 really good opportunities. Fair play. We've been done on a break from Folkestone. The only sort of real opportunity I felt that they had in the first half, but we dug in, and in the second half, as you say, after going 3-1 up, David Hughes getting sent off, and it was always going to happen towards the end, but the boys dug in deep, and I thought we thoroughly deserved the win in the end.
Yeah, set pieces as well is becoming a real strong point of yours, with the likes of Sonko playing in your team. Yeah,
you've always got a chance with Sonko on your side, but it's something that we try and pride ourselves on. Set pieces, you know, in an attacking perspective and a defending perspective. And when you're down where we are, set pieces can be the difference between winning and losing games. So yeah, we've always got a chance with him. He's scored the last couple of games now from set pieces. But the biggest thing about it is the delivery, because if the delivery ain't right, then it doesn't matter anyway. So Tommy Fagg, yeah, great ball in, and Sonko got in the end of it.
I think we won the midfield battle. They won the midfield battle. We're stronger than us. I thought it was men versus boys a little bit, and it's one aspect of our game we've got to change.
Seems to create a little bit more in the second half, certainly after the sending off. Did you have words to say at half time?
Oh, I had words, but you can't. You know, it's been the last 3 or 4 games now. We've dropped our standards. We had a lot of players that came out of lower leagues, and they really had a point to prove. And I think they proved the point. But what they've got to do now is prove they can do it week in, week out. That's the difference at this league than maybe the Ryman South or where you've got to do it week in, week out.
It's no secret our away form is where we're falling massively short. You know, 1 point from a possible 30 away from home, and you're going to be in the position that we're in. But thankfully, our own form, you know, it's been like it for the past 2 or 3 seasons. You know, if someone's going to come here and win, they're going to have to perform very well to get something from us. So, you know, that will stand us in good stead. Obviously, our own form, but we need to start picking up points on the road to start climbing away from where we are.
And when you're on a run that you are, when you're not picking up the wins that you were at the beginning of the season, what can you do as a manager to turn that round?
Well, just keep working hard. We're not the richest club, so we're not suddenly going to get loads of players in, but the players we've got there have shown they can be good enough. But as I say there, it's the consistency, and I said that from the start of the season. Can these players do it week in, week out?
What are your targets for this year?
Just get us up the table, score as many as I can and get us up the table. Usually I would be looking at finishing top scorer in the league. I don't really aim for targets anything up or beyond that, but today, the way the season's been going, we just need to kickstart, get points and get us further up the table. We shouldn't be where we are, we know that, but we've lost our games. We need to improve and yeah, go from there.
Quite an honest opinion for you there. Look, you're 21st in the league. I think you've just jumped a spot today on that win. Can you give us any reason why you're in this predicament?
Don't think it's down to ability. I think a few things we haven't had the rub of the green, but yeah, there's been a few games where we've conceded late goals, and I know all the boys are really disappointed with where we are. It's not like we're not trying to work hard enough. It's not like we're throwing games away. Teams are having to actually come here and play to beat us. It's the same away from home. Last week we were very good, compact defensively. They've nicked a goal from outside the box. There's not much we can do from that either. But it's been that kind of story all season. We just need to kickstart our away form, to be honest, because we know in ourselves here, you have to come to play to beat us here. But away, we need to take the same commitment and pick up points.
Last question of the evening. You've been at this club a heck of a long time. Is there any, you know, I'm sure plenty of other clubs have come in for you. Is there any reason why you stuck it out at Harlow Town?
Honestly, I do love this club. Even when I've had difficulties like I had last year, and I'd speak to the gaffer, he knows deep down I love this club. I want this club to do well.
Quay Taylor again. Doing this lovely turn again. And as the beating of Stone. Can dart into the area now, Clunis, because they're a cutback for him. He's gone for goal. What a goal that is! from Nyron Clunis. Didn't think the angle was working with him. That's a tremendous strike. And Dulwich have come out at the start of the second half and scored an early goal. Out of seemingly nothing from the Dulwich front man. His first goal since returning from injury. That's one of the best of the season so far as well. Turned nicely and was too quick for Craig Stone. Advanced into the area, and I thought maybe we'd look up and try and find Nana Yadam. Just lofted over Henley into the far top corner. Dulwich with a stunning goal to give them the lead. Weather the storm. It's a lovely ball. Edwards came flying out there. And it's gone in! Joe Turner's got the goal. It's a crazy goal. The Tonbridge Angels out of nothing have equalised. And Edwards came flying out. Turner must have got there first. The ball must have just bounced off him. Hales couldn't keep it out on the goal line. Tonbridge, as I say, out of nowhere. Equalising goal.
Equalising goal for the Angels, scored by number 11, Joe Turner. Goal time, 65 minutes.
3 points for the home side this afternoon as they keep themselves away from the foot of the table. Next up for us, it's Friday night football as we go back to the Bostik North.